Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Ned over at My Philippine Dreams, N to the E to the D, over at MPD. Today is Sunday, February 16th, 2020, the first day of the rest of our lives. I'd like to preface this by thanking everybody for all the well wishes and get well soon that I received. As some of you know, I went into the hospital on Tuesday. I got out on Thursday. It looks like the herniated disc in L5-S1 is causing problems. I will get the MRI results on Monday or Tuesday, and I'm going to see an ortho then, and we're going to take it from there and see what we need to do. I also get one of the benefits of being a shareholder at the hospital that I belong to is you get free physical therapy. So if he recommends that, I will avail myself of those services. Also, for those of you asking how much money was involved and how much money did I save, the bill was about 30,000 pesos total. That's for 3 days in the hospital. That's also with the MRI, which cost 10,000 pesos itself. With PhilHealth, I saved about 20% of that bill, and with the shareholder discounts, I saved about 42%, for a grand savings of about 62% off the 30,000 peso bill. So that wasn't too bad. I'll do a full breakdown of that, and I'll post it up either on a video or over on my website. But I know people were asking about that. All right, now we have a tragic incident that occurred recently on the island of Mindanao. That's down Siargao, city of Siargao. This just happened the other day, and this is another example. When we talk about Filipino culture, one of the things that we talk about, we have to recognize, is this concept of walang hiya. Walang means without, and hiya means shame. Sometimes people act, and this is all around the world. This isn't just the Philippines. This isn't localized in the Philippines solely. Sometimes people act without shame. This also goes to reiterate the importance of money and revenue and, countries that aren't that well off. And it also underscores how dangerous scooters are in the Philippines. The number one danger to a foreigner coming to the Philippines, or to a Filipino in the Philippines, are scooter accidents. There are thousands of them every year. Just last year, actually 2017, 6,000 Filipinos were killed, or 6,000 people in the Philippines were killed without helmets. So that's a problem. And when you look at, again, I talked about this before, only I think 1 or 2 people have died of coronavirus in the Philippines. The biggest danger is scooters. It's not mosquitoes, even though I think they're the second most dangerous. It's not the NPA. It's not MILF. It's not volcanoes, it's not super typhoons, it's scooters. In this case here is another example of it. Let's bounce right into it. And again, as we go through this, keep the concept of walang hiya in mind. Let's do this. The family of a British holidaymaker who was killed in a scooter accident in the Philippines suffered further anguish when they were told they had to pay for the damages done to the motorbike. Jack Whitelaw died on the island of Siargao last Monday when he crashed on a dark road and plowed into a tree. His father said the 20-year-old had been allowed to hire a motorcycle from a local hotel despite not having a driver's license. To make matters worse, this 57-year-old father then received a text from the hostel asking him to pay for repairs to the crashed scooter. Jack's father received the message from the MRI Resort hostel, that's where the kid was staying. He was 20 years old, after he arrived in the Philippines to repatriate his son's body. And let me just do a quick aside. I don't think I can't imagine any worse pain than having to deal with the death of one of your children. The father went to say, "My thoughts right now are that anger has turned to rage," he said. "The company wants me to pay for the motorcycle that he broke. Well, my son has paid with his life, so I am fighting for justice for Jack." A staff member called Novelin made contact after speaking to Jack's work friend, Ben Sinclair, with whom he was traveling. The message from the resort read, "Hi, good afternoon. I hope you arrived well in Siargao. I was in contact with Ben, and he told us that you would be the one taking care of the repairs fees for the scooters. We just wanted to ask news, as the bike is still at the police station as of today. Sorry to bother you with that." An outraged Mr. Whitelaw replied, quote, "Are you kidding me? You murdered my son. You gave him a motorbike without a license, and as soon as I have finished getting him home, I'm going to get a Philippines lawyer and sue for what you did to him." Undeterred, The hostile worker then sent Mr. Whitelaw a copy of the form Jack filled in when he hired the bike. That's one of those liability waivers that all these places have you sign. Mr. Whitelaw replied, "I'll give this form to our lawyer. He's never driven a motorcycle in his life. No license. Philippine law says you must have a license to use one. Why would you give him one? My son paid with his life." Mr. Whitelaw, the director of a musical company, added, "What happened to my son was avoidable. In the Philippines, and I hope anywhere in the world, you have to have a license to ride a scooter. Jack had no driver's license. He hated tests of any kind and so had never passed his driving test. He had no experience in riding in a pothole-ridden island at night during the rainy season in the tropics. The hotel added an illegal waiver saying he'd be responsible in case of an accident. Jack, being a lad, signed it and lived for a day." The hostel later sent Paul another message in which they retracted the request for payment, but again continued to say that they had done nothing illegal. It read, "It is very hard to live with it even though we did not do anything illegal, but I feel responsible. We do our best to accommodate our customers and we do our best to protect them from the danger of motorbike, providing strong helmet and signing documents." I don't know how signing documents helps. "Unfortunately, in Siargao, every week and sometimes every day, there is a fatal accident. The roads are dark and people are drinking. I do apologize for asking you to pay for the damage, but as I mentioned to you, the police told me I should contact you. Sir, I will not ask you anything, as I know it is a really hard situation to handle for you. I am sorry if there was any misunderstanding. We will never forget your son," and it was signed Novelin. Jack's father finished by saying, "Jack will forever remain in our memories as the boy who will never grow up, our very own Peter Pan, free-living, generous, kind-hearted soul who saw good in everyone, lived each and every day making other people smile." So again, this is a tragic story. Again, I can't imagine any pain greater than that of a parent losing a child, but it underscores once again the dangers that scooters pose. And even if you're an experienced motorcycle rider, people do things differently here. A lot of times in the provincial areas, there's no stop signs, there's no lights, people aren't using indicators, sometimes people's light systems aren't working, people are drinking sometimes, yeah, they're loading up on the tuba and hitting the road. And when you take all those considerations into mind, disaster can result. I am lucky so far as I have not had a major motorcycle accident. The worst thing that's happened to me is somebody bumping into me at slow speeds from behind or slipping in mud and falling down, which is any low-speed crash is a good crash in my estimation. And finally, just going out, I cannot believe the audacity of the resort reaching out to a father who has come to the country to repatriate his son's remains, who had just died in a horrible motorcycle accident a few days before, asking for remuneration for the damaged scooter. That just boggles my mind, and that, again, is an excellent example of walang hiya without shame in the Philippines. All right, on that happy note, this is Ned over at My Philippine Dreams, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Hey, if you consider our work to be of any value, consider supporting us on Patreon. If you're a Patreon, you get a free copy of my ebook, and we do monthly Google Hangouts. So consider doing that, if you would please.